Happy Monday, everybody. It is time to talk about this week's top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day. We got a nice top 10 for you guys. There's a lot coming out, though, so you got your pick of books this week. So let's get into this. Going to kick it off at the top, number 10, coming down the list to my top pick of number 1. And number 10 this week is Alpha Beta's number 2 of 4 from Whatnot Publishing, from Kyle Starks, Trevor Richardson, Kenny Aitken, and Michael Calero. Great team of creators putting this together for Alpha Betas, which looks like it's going to be an animated series. It's already got episodes out on YouTube. After intense battle with the action team, the boys learn the backstory of legendary gamer Spanner Jones and truth that video games power the country. After regaling them with the tale of how he was recruited by the government in the 80s to save his favorite hot dog prepping platformer, Wienertown, Jones sets them on the path to stop digital terrorist Joker 420. Now the boys must take on the threat inside Nimbus, and it's way more serious than a 40-year-old manufacturing bratwurst. Number 9 this week, we're going over to Image Comics for Vanish number 3 from Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. This one's really, I honestly did not think I would really get into this, and I have after 2 issues. It's a great twist on the hero story and flipping things on its head a lot here. We've got Oliver taking on former Baron Vanish acolytes Wormhole and Silkworm, and no one will go home unchanged if they even survive the confrontation. Meanwhile, members of the Prestige continue to move their pieces around the board, but what's their endgame? Number 8 on the list this week, going over to Source Point Press for Postmasters Live by the Letter from Garrett Gunn, Christina Blanche, and Ruben Mocho. After their violent encounter with scavengers, 32 and fellow Postmaster Peach continue their journey to the Oregon Distribution Center. This is a 2-issue series. This is the last issue. These are in Prestige format. It's black and white art. It's a really fun first issue. I really enjoyed it, and it looks like things are going to get pretty violent in this issue. Can't wait to see what happens next. Coming down the list, we have the number 7 pick here, and that is Tiger's Tongue, number 5 of 5. From Olivia Stevens, Diane Saku, Banton Perry, putting this awesome book out. Tiger's Tongue, the trials have finished, and a new monarch reigns over the Claw, ushering in a new era that both the Tiger's people and the River's people find uneasy. As tensions rise, Kalindi and Aridani barrel towards the ancient prophecy's shocking conclusion, one that will change the Claw forever. It's been really good. The dynamic between the twin sisters has been very interesting, seeing them go from super friendly, because they never knew they had to battle each other for the crown, and one of them was never interested in the crown, to really this rivalry that's gotten a little hateful and spiteful. So we'll see how this wraps up, but it's been a great series from Mad Cave Studios. Coming in for number 6 this week, we've got Eve, Children of the Moon, issue number 2 from Victor Laval and Joe Mi Gyong. Brittany Peer doing the colors, and Ario Anandito doing the cover A. In the second thrilling issue of the follow-up to Eve, Celine divulges the details of her origins and how she provided hope for the many children that have flocked to her rest stop. But most importantly, what will her resentment towards Eve, Eve's sister, and Wexler mean when they arrive? The first issue was great to see the story back, and there was an unexpected thing happening at the end of the last issue. So if you have not checked this out, but you read the first series, highly recommend. I do highly recommend checking out the first series. It is collected in a volume 1 right now, so go check that out. Coming in to the top 5 now, we've got one from Scout Comics, and that is Forever Forward, issue number 3 of 5 from Zach Kaplan, Arjuna Susini doing the art, and Liana Kangas doing the cover A, which is beautiful. 2187, 150 years in the future. Hunted and by advanced AI robots, Moody and his friends have turned into survivalist warriors, only to be caught when they jump into a future with an empire of malignant robots who have enslaved humanity to build a better future. The only way to find the technology to get back is to either outsmart the most intelligent AI ever invented or hand over the time travel secrets to humanity's overlords. The future can only get better. So they take a step into the future each time. Things just keep spiraling out of control. I can't wait to see how this ends. Do they actually get back? Do they actually get back to their time? Or are they just going to spiral into the future forever and ever? And, you know, who knows? Because maybe, you know, by going forward, they're getting past the bad times and they can help rebuild humanity by jumping forward far enough. I don't know. We'll see what happens here, but I've been really enjoying this series, and that's my number 5 pick this week. Coming in, number 4, going over to Sumerian Comics for Illusion Witch, issue 5 of 6. I've got issue 5 from the Kickstarter. I have not gotten to read it yet, but I've really enjoyed all of this series. Ruben Romero doing an excellent job on the writing. Andrea Errico killing the artwork in this. And cap off the adventure and story of Adia Baru, Kelvin Orion, and Syra the Circle. As Adia accepts her new reality, she lands on a collision course with the 3 who will do anything to stop Adia from becoming the new Siren of Sari. It says it's of 6, but the Kickstarter books only went to 5. So I don't know if there is going to be issue 6 or 5 is the last issue on this. Either way, really enjoying this. Highly recommend checking this one out from Sumerian Comics. Number 3, we're going over to Image Comics for one. It's easily become one of my favorites from Image right now, and that's 8 Billion Genies. Number 6 of 8 from Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. Whew. We are now exploring the first 8 years after G-Day, the moment when everyone on Earth got a genie and had one wish. Humanity has found new ways to live. Come with us to explore the secrets of Hope's Hollow, Tomorrowville, and the grooviest little town this side of Poughkeepsie, Fun City. That is a real city, and I just butchered how you say that. No idea. But that's okay, because 8 Billion Genies is phenomenal. Well done. The characters' growth through this has been very interesting to watch and see how they handle this. And some of these, of course, they're just in the right place at the right time, saved by the last genie from the last round. But as they go on, it's going to be interesting to see who ends up with the last genie. When does that happen, and what will they do with it? Will they reset Earth? Will they use it for something that can't be undone? Who knows? But we're into the first 8 years. I guess after that comes the first 80 years, and then 800 years to end it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, I guess. Also, what happens when someone dies and they have a genie? I don't think that's necessarily been fully discussed, but maybe that genie just goes back to Genie Land. I don't know. But I love this. I'm rambling about it now, so I'm going to move to the next one, which my number 3 pick is from Boom Studios, and that is, my number 2 pick, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 1 from Jason Aaron and Alexandra Tefenki. Mike Del Mundo doing the cover A here. This is a trilogy here. So actually, this book and my number 1 pick are both trilogies. 3-issue series. In this epic post-apocalyptic tale, Maceo and Mezzi have never met anyone like each other, and they'll need all the help they can get to survive a planet ravaged by environmental catastrophe. This epic trilogy, each issue overflowing with 30 story pages, spans a lifetime as philosophical differences tear at the threads holding Maceo and Mezzi together. Will they and the earth beneath their feet ultimately be torn apart? New York Times bestselling, Eisner and Harvey Award-winning, and Marvel flagship writer Jason Aaron launches his most ambitious creator-owned series to date with the first of 3 unique artistic partners. Eisner winning artist Alexandra Tefenki from The Good Asian to take on a vision of the end of the world that's brutal and nostalgic, whimsical and grounded, and ultimately timeless. So it sounds like then there's gonna be another, like each issue is gonna have a different artist. Is what it sounds like, to do a little bit of a showcase of the artistic partners, which I think's great. It looks like also on the cover it credits Nick Dragotta and Rico Renzi. So I don't know if they've got maybe a backup story or something in there, or maybe flashbacks, something that they're doing the art for instead. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to check it out. It sounds very ambitious. I love this cover that Mike Del Mundo did. It's phenomenal. So please check this one out. Number 2 pick this week. And number 1 is going to Nobody's Girls, number 1 of 3. Like I said, also a trilogy written by Damian Connolly with art by Mateus San Juan. From the creator of You Promised Me Darkness, Emmett lives a very normal life until he finds a strange video that leads him on a peculiar search for a missing girl. A story about sex, violence, loneliness, and disappointment. This one I have read already. I got to take a preview of it when we had Damien on the channel recently, so please go check that. I'll link his interview at the end of this. Phenomenal creator. Trying to do more writing versus doing the sole, writing and drawing books. And this one actually, he said, was created prior to You Promised Me Darkness. This one's been out there for a little bit longer. It's fantastic. Great first issue, kind of giving you a little bit of a mystery thriller kind of vibe to it. There's some previous pages on the website. I love Matthias's artwork in this. I think it's the perfect style for what we got going on, and it's just like Damien's. It's a black and white art, but not as horror centric style as Damien's is. So please go check this one out as well. I think this one is going to be another hit coming from Sumerian Comics, and that is my top pick. So thank you guys for watching. Please check out all the links below to different things that we have going on with the channel. We've got audio podcasts, we've got a website, we've got a coffee if you want to donate to the channel. You can also do that on YouTube. There's a little like thanks button or something like that. Or super chats during live videos. All of that helps. The two of us put out more content for you guys, read more books, and bring you guys more content at the end of the day with that. So I appreciate it. And as always, collect what you love. See you next time.